Hi guys! I decided that I was going to try this new video blog that's out. A lot of my classmates in my econ class have been trying it, so I thought I would. I'm going to talk today about my portfolio because I know it's that time that everyone's doing interviews, and I'm a visual learner, so it helped if someone would have showed me what they did. So I thought I'd show you mine, and then if you guys need examples, you can use some. If you don't like it, you don't have to use them. So I started and I threw it all in a University of Regina binder, so I'm pretty proud. That's where I went to school. The beginning page, I just threw my name, put my teaching portfolio, put something creative. That's kind of how I am. The next little bit's my table of contents. So I'll bring that up for you guys to look at. I don't know if you can see. So your teaching philosophy, your resume, your IIP, letters of reference, your professional development and growth, and then teaching artifacts. So I will go through quickly with you now. So the first that I had put in there was my teaching philosophy. And I'm not going to read it to you because everyone's will be different, but I put a lot of work into that. I think that's important. And then my resume was next. So I've got my cover letter, and then my actual resume, and then my transcripts. So if anything, it was a safe place to house these things. I know you have to put them in your application when you apply, but at least then they're in here again if they want to look at it during your interview. The next little section was my IIPs and letters of reference. So the first thing I included in there was my internship report. And then my letters of reference. So I had one from my co-op, my principal, my faculty advisor. So I think those are pretty important to include in there. Oh, my binder's falling. I also included a letter from a parent I got during my internship. I thought it was kind of neat. It talks about the school division, so I thought might as well throw that in there. I'll take it out if I'm applying to any other school division. And then my pre-internship and a letter of reference from my pre-internship. So the next section is my PD workshops. The school division that I had interned in said that they don't really particularly like having these in here, but I thought if anything, it shows that I'm a lifelong learner, so you can use that. So I have them all in here. I won't flip through them all for you. And then the last section is kind of where I got creative, and it's my teaching artifacts. So I split it into 3 sections. So the first section you're going to see is my differentiated learning. And I split that into 3 again. So I think you can see there how I split that. So I have my guided reading levels, my math centers, and my behavior goals. So for example, this was my math centers that I made. So I had created this page just for my portfolio. So I showed what the container was that my math centers were in, how they were color-coded, and then I showed here that in the red drawers, it was the advanced math ones. In the orange and green drawers, they were my outcomes that I wanted the kids to work on. In my blue drawers, they were low. They were numbers to 10, and my purple drawer was numbers to 5. So just to show that I was differentiating my math lesson. That was one example of my differentiated. I also had my guided reading levels in there, as well as a behavior goal that I had worked on with a student. So then the next section is planning. So I had a math lesson, a guided reading lesson, and then a unit plan, my science unit plan that I had made. So this was for math, for guided math. If you guys know about guided math, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I made this little chart and I had all the outcomes. So then I had the lesson, the center, and the recording zone that I was doing for each. I thought that was kind of important to show. And a guided math lesson, and a guided reading lesson. And then my science unit plan. I just chose to shove it all into one instead of all separates because it would have taken up a lot of room in the binder. And that way, if they want to look through it, they can pull it out. And then the last section that I had in here was assessment. So I had a math assessment, a phys ed rubric, and then a pre and post assessment that I had made during my internship. So they are all in there. And that's pretty much it for my portfolio. So I hope if anything, this helped you guys get some ideas for yours. Good luck.